Hey, D.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey. It's time for a little group chat, and we have a lot to talk about. Inflation. We're talking about how inflation is actually hitting the Murley household.
It hit us big this weekend.
Hit you big this weekend. It's severely impacted, and we're going to talk about it. And then I'm going to talk about how it's impacting. I got a little insight into, your everyday mid-20s American, and what their bank balances are looking like.
R.I.P. Steve.
Steve, it's looking rough for Steve, and we're going to talk about it. And then there's a lot to talk about in the news. Elon, of course, is probably going to be in the next 6 episodes. We had a run where all we talked about was Jeff Bezos, and then that sort of, he trended out of the news. This is the season of Elon, I'm guessing, because this Twitter battle, he's starting beef with Bill Gates. We got a lot to talk about. We got some business news, and then we're going to talk about our new hobby, you and I.
Mm-hmm.
You might not know it yet, but we just picked up a new hobby. It's very competitive, and you and I are going to be on the same team, and we're taking all challengers. So any of our listeners, I don't care if you've played or you haven't.
I'm going to beat your ass.
We're going to beat your ass. And if we don't, we got a really interesting thing we're going to pay you with. We got a real shitty surprise for you. Okay, that's it. We got a lot to talk about. You ready, D?
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Cash.
Ladies and gentlemen, group chat.
Cash.
It's $1 trillion. Hot.
Hey, D.
Hey.
Happy Sunday.
Happy Sunday. Got the light just
I'm
beaming
kind of
out of your...
angelic.
Yeah.
I
like it's 7:20 and there's still light out. I love it.
So nice. And it was so nice today.
It was hot today. I'm
a summer guy.
Yeah, we had baseball in the morning and it was scorching.
In the valley or where at?
No, right here.
I went golfing in the valley. It was really hot.
We actually in the afternoon we were supposed to go to a kid event and it got canceled, and so we're like, what the hell are we gonna do? It's hot as shit, and so we went to the beach, and holy shit, the whole city was at the beach.
Were they?
Oh my god, it was wild.
It's just starting to warm up. I mean, we had that 1 week, a couple weeks ago, but we haven't really got today felt like real spring.
Yeah. Today was a nice warm day. I mean, it was great, but it's definitely a different vibe when it's hot, which
You're
I
not
like.
A hot guy. Or you like it?
I don't mind it, but with the kids, it's just fucking tough because they're crankier.
Just get cranky.
Yeah. And they're still kind of like white kids, so their skin gets to put lotion and shit on them.
Yeah, we have different problems, D.
Yeah, I mean, I never put sunscreen on in my life until I was 30.
That's Indian privilege.
Yeah, it is. It's brown privilege is real.
Yeah, it is.
I took them out yesterday morning, and his face is all red. He's like, "You didn't put sunscreen." I was like, "Shit." Yeah.
I still remember, as a child, having sunburn so bad I had blisters all over my skin.
Yeah, I saw that growing up with kids that I
real white guy problems.
Yeah, it's like a it looks like you're diseased.
It does. It literally does. I must have been 8 or something, but I still remember that just literally blistering sunburn. Anyway, well, here we are, LA, beautiful LA. Even my mom texted me from Ohio and said it was 80 degrees today. So it sounds like...
Oh, wow. In Ohio, too.
Yeah. So it sounds like we all might get to be enjoying springtime. So hopefully the general mood, is up. Everyone's feeling good. We can all just love each other. Spring's here.
That's the idea. I mean, I was reading an article about behavior. What does behavior look like this summer with inflation and gas prices and menu prices and so just I find myself paying attention to the cost of everything now. So I went to get ice cream for the kids this evening from Rite Aid. And I like chocolate malted crunch, like the Rite Aid brand.
Yeah.
And their chocolate chip cookie dough. So I brought like 3 small little cartons of ice cream. And then I know they like cookies and cream. And the cookies and cream was not available in the Rite Aid or Thrifty brand. Sorry. It was available in Haagen-Dazs. So whatever, I picked it up, go pay for it. And, they're ringing up the Thrifty ice cream. It was $2.99. The Haagen-Dazs was $7.99 for like a small thing.
No inflation over at Thrifty.
It really doesn't. I was like, damn, this is $8 for this fucking little thing of ice cream.
Yeah. Yeah. I looked at my, a lot of times my gas, when I'm filling my car, I don't know if it's the pump. I guess the pump will stop at 100.
Yeah.
And so I'll stop at 100 and then I'll leave. And I just know that I didn't get a full tank. The other day I went to one that let me get a full tank. It was $136.
Oh my God.
To fill my car. And I have a car. I don't drive an SUV or anything. It's nuts.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok of, how there's those couple like rip-off gas stations that we talk about a lot in Beverly Hills. And there's a TikTok that's going viral where a kid is just sitting at one of them and just asking people why they're getting gas there. And it's the one right across from the Beverly Center. And it's just a kid like waiting for people to pull up and then interviewing them why they're paying like $7.98 for gas.
That's so funny. I got gas there the other day. That exact one.
Be careful.
Because I was just running out of gas. I was like, fuck, how much time do I have till it's over?
Yeah. There's not a lot in that area.
No, there really isn't. I mean, that's why I think like, I don't know. I'm interested to see how like summer plays out if everything is so expensive. Do people just, fuck it, this is my first summer and they just spend the money? Or do you eventually just like pull back?
I think you spend until you just literally can't anymore.
And then just when you're like 14th night out, just your car declines or like,
I saw another TikTok where a guy said, I group chatted my friends and I asked them all to send me a screenshot of their bank balance. And then he literally put like, here's Steve. And it's like a photo of Steve and then like his bank balance. And it's like $8.95. And then it's like, here's Tiffany and then Tiffany and like savings, $28, checking $7. Like here, like, and I just feel like you're just going to run it until you can't anymore.
Yeah, you're just like, here's Steve, negative 783.
Overdrafted 8 times.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been inside for, this is, look, I mean, I guess knock on wood, but it really looks like after 2 years, over 2 years, this is truly our first shot back at real life.
Yeah. And no one has any money.
And everyone's broke.
I mean, I don't know if you noticed this. For weekend 2 Coachella, it felt like every single person on earth or every single person in LA was selling their weekend 2 Coachella tickets.
Really?
And then I looked on the prices of them. They were like half to get in. Half full price. Not like half of an inflated price.
And that's really mind-blowing after 3 years of no Coachella.
Yeah. And even weekend 1 nothing was expensive. Like everything, like even the place we rented was cheaper than the last Coachella.
I know.
Everything was cheaper. The tickets were cheaper. The only thing that was more expensive was like the food and the drinks.
Yeah, and the gas on the way out there.
Get gas on the way out there.
I think this should, I don't know where exactly, maybe retail spending or like where exactly it's going to show up first, but I think people are like really broke.
I think it shows up first at restaurants.
Yeah.
I think that's like the immediate cut will be, I don't need to eat out as much, or I don't need to. I would love to see the Postmate and DoorDash kind of revenue.
Yeah.
And see if that's even. I find myself, I ordered food from Veggie Grill today, and I have their app, so I just ordered on their app. And I went on Postmates just to see if I'd ordered on Postmates, how much would it have been. It was 30% more.
Really?
Yes.
I have to believe that Q1, there's probably going to be some bloodbaths, but I bet you like Q2 for those type of places, they have to get creamed.
Yeah. I think like people got a lot of their kind of like, oh, I got to go out on like eating out specifically.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you people have been doing a lot of it, but
That's true.
it's just, I think that's the easiest to cut. Like when you think about like, oh my God, I just spent all this on gas. Immediate cut is like, to me, is like a night out eating or a night of drinks or whatever it is. Cause it's just like direct correlation of how much you're going to spend on the weekend.
Yeah.
I mean, my guess is, I mean, from what I've heard, I haven't traveled, but like I hear airports are slammed everywhere.
Yeah.
So I think people are still going to continue on with their travels. I know hotel prices are still insane everywhere. So I think those things people will do, but like maybe you don't go to the neighborhood restaurant as much.
Yeah, I would guess that you're going to shift your eating out for being outside.
Yeah.
Like you finally take that vacation, finally do that thing. I just think that like we said, like you haven't been outside for 2 years. You haven't really been like out enjoying yourself for 2 years. You have been eating out probably for the last at least 6 months.
At least more than that, I would guess.
Yeah, right. So, but I feel like for a while that was like the only thing you could do to kind of feel normal was like go out to eat.
Yeah.
Where now it's finally spring. I feel like people are just going to spend every last dollar they have getting out and going somewhere. But I do feel like people are struggling more than we realize. And I think that this inflation thing is like taking a way bigger toll. Because when you also see that TikTok and you see Steve and Jennifer and their account balances, if you tell me that, you know, their gas went up 20 more bucks every time they got to fill it, or, you know, their thrifty, well, not thrifty, but their Haagen-Dazs went up $2 or whatever, like that cuts into Steve's $8 savings.
Yeah. I mean, this was Steve last week. Poor Steve this week.
Yeah.
God, if Steve buys Haagen-Dazs, he has $0.
He's out. He's out. He's got enough this
if he's
week
got
for
a
one
sweet tooth,
Haagen-Dazs.
he's fucked.
Was it a pint? How big was it even? What's Steve got to work with?
You know, it's a small carton. What are those pints?
Yeah, I think a pint. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
So
that'll last a few days.
He's got 3 nights of ice cream.
3 nights of ice cream. Yeah.
It's wild, man.
And the thing is the reason why I even said that was on Friday, I really wasn't paying attention to the stock market. Normally I do. I'll have Bloomberg in the background and I'm kind of vaguely kind of paying attention to what's happening on the day.
Yeah.
I got home at night and whatever, I turned on the TV and I was like, oh shit. The Dow was down 1,000 points. Nasdaq's crumbling.
You should have just left it off.
I was like, oh my God, what the hell happened? And there's no like direct news. I mean, the Fed on Wednesday said they were hawkish and they were still going to keep continuing to raise interest rates in May, but like there's no new news. So it's just that the confidence of investors is lower, right? So they clearly are seeing data that says something that says, we need to get the fuck out of this. And then everything else proceeds to tumble after that. Like crypto is struggling now and just all assets are struggling. And I followed this guy, like an economist on Twitter, and he was just saying that like he believes the inflation will cause enormous drop in consumer demand, which will then cause like enormous drop in in corporate profits, and just cause the tumble by itself without anyone actually doing anything. Yeah. And so if that happens, he thinks it gets accelerated very, very quickly and it gets ugly very quickly. Obviously that's like a doomsday guy that's what he's predicting. Yeah. I don't know. It doesn't feel like it's that bad, but it can get that bad. I don't know.
Yeah. I just think, I don't know. When I saw that TikTok and I saw Steve's situation, those every couple bucks counts, man. Yeah. And if you're just saving on you're skipping the Haagen-Dazs because you want to be able to make it, to play some pickleball with your buddies at the beach this weekend. Like that's just how many people skipped the Haagen-Dazs last week.
Just to have a pickleball.
Pickleball. Speaking of pickleball, this is a good example of people just dying to get outside because fucking pickleball, which I don't know if you're familiar, but it seems like you might you might want to try this out because you grew up playing tennis.
Yep.
You're really good at tennis. Pickleball, as it's been described to me, is sort of like an easier tennis. Like you're much closer to each other, not quite as like diving across the whole court. But it turns out it is the fastest growing sport in America. So pickleball. You want to try it out? I'd be down to play a game. Group chat versus
group chat versus
who's a good enemy for us? Who's a good rival?
Huh.
We don't really, I guess we don't have enough rivals.
Why is it even called pickleball?
Because it's just kind of stupid, and that's
it's stupid name. So they just call it pickleball.
Yeah. Literally, like, what do we call the dumb version of tennis? Pickleball. I mean, right? Am I right in thinking that this is just, it's tennis, but you're closer to the net and you have like, these different paddles that seem, am I being a hater? This just seems like we should be playing tennis. Yeah.
I mean, from my like memory, it felt like a game that old people played. Like
I just saw a quote. It's really just so easy to learn. With pickleball, you can go out there with your grandparents, your parents, at all different levels, and really still enjoy the game.
Yeah, I'm thinking Boca Raton.
So that's what's happening. Everyone's out of shape. Everyone's out of shape and non-athletic after 2 years in the house, and they're like, let's just fucking play some pickleball. Man.
It's a cross between tennis, badminton, and table tennis. I cannot believe this is the most fastest growing sport in America. We've really lost our edge.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just all
you can't be a global superpower. And what is the fastest growing sport? Pickleball.
Yeah, you can't. It's true. The fastest growing profession, TikToker. Fastest growing sport, pickleball.
4.8 million players last year in the U.S., a growth of 39% since 2019. And now there's like teams being built, and you have Mark Lazary, Gary Vee, and Tom Dundon making sizable investments in the sport. Lifetime Health Clubs are building 700 new courts across the country and hosting tournaments.
I got to give Gary Vee credit because that motherfucker will invest in whatever. He knows the new thing and he will invest in it.
He is honestly, like, when I think about that guy is on the cutting edge always.
Always.
He was on YouTube 15 fucking years ago.
Yep. And then he was just nonstop NFT talk for the
even
last
investing,
however
like,
long.
Angel investing. He was like one of the first people I met that wrote angel checks.
And on the side, he's still throwing some checks into pickleball just in case.
His ability, that guy has like a nose for what's next.
He does. And he's not afraid of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's like, this seems like next, I'm in.
Like, if someone, let's just say I had billions of dollars and someone came to me and said, this is the future, I'd be like, get the fuck out of my office.
Yeah, you're right. That's the quality Gary has. Gary doesn't have that, and he'll probably be a billionaire because of it. Yeah. I just watched a young man like spike a pickleball down a grandma's throat here on YouTube.
I can't believe that there's like this whole ecosystem of pickling.
People are pickling. It looks like people are just taking over. Because you want to know what's funny is, and I remember I always used to hate this growing up a skateboarder, is like every little town, even where I'm from, has tennis courts in it. But, not that many people really play actual tennis. And like those tennis courts, we used to go skate on them. And I used to complain that they weren't skate parks. And like we would just go set up like ramps and stuff on the tennis courts. And now I feel like these damn tennis courts are getting used again.
Yeah, I mean, you could probably squeeze in 2 pickles for one tennis court.
For sure.
If you reposition it.
They're putting their pickles all over these courts. There's, I just saw a clip of like a community tennis center, and it's just fucking people pickling their tits off. It looked like so many people.
I mean, it's crazy how many people. The pandemic really just fucked
lowered our
up.
bar.
Yeah, I mean, like pandemic was the biggest wealth creation in like world history was the pandemic, followed by the biggest deceleration of wealth. everyone all of a sudden discovered all these new things. Like golf just exploded during the pandemic, hiking, running, and now pickling.
And now fucking pickling.
What suffered? Something went down. Just mental health.
Just mental health. Yeah, I guess just mental health and like communicating with other humans in person. I think. You know what I mean? Because even golf is like pretty. You
don't talk much.
And not much. I mean,
hey Bob, come on.
Yeah, Bob. Oh, what a shot! All right, I'm gonna drive up to my ball. I think social interact. I think just social interaction for the sake of interacting suffered, and along with that, mental health. Okay, in some other news, first of all, did you guys talk about, I think this happened in between, but correct me if I'm wrong, Elon Musk posting a photo comparing Bill Gates to the pregnant man emoji and saying, check this out if you want to lose a boner?
No, I think that just happened over the last 2 days. Oh
my God.
So good. So
he knows how to really push the boundaries. To me, that's like, ooh, like it's not too far, but damn, like firing a straight up shot at Bill Gates.
Do you know why?
Because Bill Gates like radically shorted.
Yeah, so they had a text exchange where Bill Gates had reached out to Elon about philanthropy, and Elon Musk said, do you still have that short position on Tesla? And he's like, yes, but I'm talking to you about philanthropy. And he's like, Tesla is single-handedly solving climate change. How are you shorting the company? Like, what's your point? And I mean,
valid,
fucking valid. And
but to blast him as a pregnant man.
I lost my boner looking at that pic.
I mean,
he's untouchable. I'm sorry. He's untouchable. He finally said moving on. It's like meaning he's not going to make fun of him anymore. But
yeah, everyone
I'm sure
thinks that was moving on from the Twitter bid, but it's not.
No, the Twitter bid got affirmed tonight, where Twitter board said they're taking it seriously and they're looking at it. Wow. So it is full blown. This is now moving forward.
I mean, I've said it a million times, but now it just got crazier. How the fuck does this guy have the time? And how does he not make mistakes? Like, I think that if you saw on Elon Musk's phone about to press send a photo of Bill Gates, comparing him to the pregnant man and saying, in case you need to lose a boner fast, you'd be like, ooh, I don't know, man. Like, it's risky. A little far. But like, he is able to somehow toe the line of like Twitter trolling, do everything else he's doing, and be in this like fight. I mean, look, obviously he's surrounded by the best people in the world, but like, this doesn't take zero time from him to figure all this out and how he wants to navigate it.
No, but I think if I'm Elon Musk at this time, this matters to sell cars. This matters to raise money or get people to, believe in SpaceX. It's part of his brand at this point. Like, you got to invest the time on those memes. That meme today, that's worth $8 billion.
It probably is, huh?
Think how many people, 14-year-old kids, saw that, okay, and be like, damn, I'm getting a Tesla.
For sure. You're right. You're so right.
And then when they turn 8, they get their first job, they're going to go buy a Tesla. I'm telling you, that boner post is worth $8 billion.
It's true. Did you guys talk about the spike that Tesla got after the Super Bowl commercials?
No.
Oh my gosh. One of the craziest things was, where was this? Did Tesla
Super
just
Bowl,
do
you're
their
talking
earnings?
like 3 months ago. Super Bowl has over.
Yeah. No. But did Tesla do earnings?
Yeah. Okay. Over the weekend.
So one of the things that everyone was talking about is if you look at Tesla new car orders, I'm not even going to try to attempt the numbers because I'm going to botch it. But the day after Super Bowl, they saw a massive spike. And it's because of all of the electric vehicle advertisements during the Super Bowl. Even though Tesla didn't advertise, just people talking about electric vehicles caused people to go order Teslas. They literally had the biggest single day of the year of orders the day after the Super Bowl because it was filled with electric vehicles. So I mean, it's just like, it's so incredibly dominant. It's insane.
And by the way, it's just the process of ordering a Tesla is like buying Chipotle on the app.
Yeah, it's true. Plus, you can
That's
just do
also-
it. You're like hungover from the Super Bowl. You're like, I'll get one of those.
Fuck it. Give me an electric car, Bud Light, and Tesla. That's American.
Literally, you could probably order Chipotle on the app and a Tesla, and the Tesla experience was probably easier.
I'm telling you, I mean, Tesla is the new Ford. It is the new Bud Light. There's nothing more American than Tesla at this point.
Yeah.
They make the fucking car here.
They do, man. It's so, it's interesting.
And just his personality is so American. Like the brash American, arrogant entrepreneur.
He's like just the right amount of Trumpy.
Yeah.
You know? Because at the end of the day, he is still like, I would say that Elon Musk is directly responsible for every other major car manufacturer making electric vehicles so quickly.
Yeah.
Not in general. They probably would have done it anyway. But like he created a demand for electric cars.
Yeah.
That's massive. Like when it comes to like, if we're really all we care about is climate change and
energy
Greta
independence
Thunberg and all that. Yeah. Even the energy independence conversation with Russia going on, like he's doing it. And he's talking about losing boners.
I mean, that's basically...
That's America.
That is America.
That's American greatness.
Energy independence and nobody wants to lose a boner. That is America in a nutshell.
In 2022. Oh my God. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens, but there'll be plenty of, for anyone who, I haven't really looked at any comments or anything, I can only imagine has to be at least a small group of people that are sick of us supporting Elon Musk so heavily, but you're going to get a lot more of it because I'm guessing by the time every episode comes out, there'll be new Twitter Elon Musk news.
Yeah, I mean, he's fighting Bill Gates, he's fighting Twitter, and he's winning all of them.
Yeah. That's fantastic. Okay. And
he's
also kind of looped in. He's on the sheet as a witness in the fucking Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, just as a sidebar. Because they're showing like the elevator surveillance footage of him cuddled up with Amber Heard while she was married. I mean, it's just like...
By the way, he's solving traffic with the Boring Company, solving the brain with Neuralink, figuring out what we're going to do in space.
Boring Company just raised like $600 million.
Yeah, we talked about it last episode.
Sheesh. Okay, well, I'm sorry. We'll keep it going. There'll be a lot more to talk about this week.
Yep.
Nike, I mean, look, I'm curious your thought on this. I know I just went hard on pickleball, and I want to be careful not to be too negative this episode. It feels to me like, this NFT craze happened, and everyone jumped on it, rightfully so. And, the Nikes of the world jumped on it, rightfully so. But now it feels like their things are starting to come out. And it feels to me like they're already too late, which is really odd. But maybe I'm just completely wrong here. Nike's artifact digital sneaker, is here. But I don't know. It just seems to me like we're a little late or no.
No, I mean, I don't think so.
Okay.
Like, I'm not a Nike
an NFT,
person.
Right?
Yeah, it's an NFT, and I'm sure there will be a physical shoe attached to this. And there's a video that they released, and they showed the shoe, and it's incredible. It's really, really good. And so if there's a version where the shoe actually is part of the experience, then it's pretty damn impressive. And I think it will be a big, big deal. Here's the pluses of it. The pluses of it is Nike usually moves pretty slow, and everything Nike just takes forever. This acquisition happened towards the end of 2021. They're finally already releasing products, so that makes it exciting. I'm also curious to see how they include physical products in this experience. But like the right NFT projects, still like that Moonbirds project went bananas. I don't know if you've been following it. Like,
I've just heard about it, but I haven't followed it.
Yeah, it's just and even Bored Apes, considering like most of the top assets in the world are down, like that shit kind of held.
Yeah, Bieber just bought a Bored Ape for like 1.3 million or something.
Damn.
At least they said he did. Yeah. I mean, I just look. I'm not.
It's
by
also
any
all
means,
fake and manipulated. So I haven't,
also true. Yeah, I'm not by any means hating on Nike. I mean, you couldn't really do it any faster than that, and the project looks amazing. It just feels to me like the craze phase has already passed. But I'm not necessarily the best person to, I'm not that like in the loop. I just have seen these different things. I mean, you saw that thing where like they NFT Jack Dorsey's first ever tweet, and it like was millions of dollars or something, and then like the highest bid was like $4,000 or something.
Yeah. Look, I think in the NFT land, like everyone says, 99% will be donuts. But if you so happen to be participating in the 1%, seem to be making a lot of money. The problem is like the people making money gets amplified the most. The people losing all their money does not get amplified.
Yep, that's very true. That's very true. I'm surprised more of those stories don't.
Because it's just embarrassing.
TikTok loves a good
Steve,
yeah. Steve probably had a couple great NFTs.
Yeah. Steve was probably a millionaire, and then fucking NFTs, now he's $8. Poor fucking guy. Get him a Haagen-Dazs.
Now he can't have his fucking Haagen-Dazs.
I want to do a GoFundMe for Steve.
You should. There's, by the way, there's like 8 other friends. There's one who has a negative balance, so I'll send you the video, and you can choose who you want to.
Were they all like going out for the weekend, and they were just talking about his friends?
It was literally just, I asked my friends to send me their account balance. Here they are, and it was like, I think that I don't know, maybe the reason why it was so entertaining is because they were kind of like looked really
cool,
like done up in their photos. Yeah, like cool in their photos. Like Steve looked fucking sick. He had like a suit on, like a chain, and then he had $8. I don't know.
How old do you think they were?
They were
early 20s.
No, late 20s. I mean, mid to late 20s. Yes. Shit is real out here, D. I'm telling you, they were mid to late 20s for sure.
Honestly,
they weren't.
That just makes me nervous. That makes me sad and nervous.
Yeah, I think that we dumped a shit ton of cash into the economy, which we shouldn't have, and people were like, "Fuck yeah," and just spent it all. And so now we have like the problem of that money being in the economy, and it's all gone from the people. Yeah. So I think you have like a double whammy where like, I don't know, man. Plus you probably got like used to having like a slightly better lifestyle than, that's tough
you're
to
getting
go
that
backward.
Extra check every month. Yeah.
I have a question. A little while ago, like a month ago or something, you did like essentially a whole like strategy overhaul for Gap and Old Navy and even Banana Republic. Like you really, you laid it all out, what they should do on the podcast.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if maybe that got around to someone. I'm wondering if you've gotten any phone calls, maybe you've been offered any jobs, because Nancy Green, the Old Navy president and CEO, is out.
Nancy Green is out. Banana Republic is shutting down their websites in Europe. They're kind of on the right path. The problem is they also announced that Old Navy sales are in the toilet and the stock tanked on Friday.
Well,
so my options have been basically Steeve'd.
Yeah.
I've been Steeve'd on my options.
Yeah. Your Robin Hood looks like Steve's Bank of America.
Yeah, I'm on my way to that. This is part of Friday's stock market thing. I was not paying attention. And then at the end of the day, I was like, why the fuck is Gap down 20%? And they announced that the CEO of Old Navy is leaving. Supply chain, bullshit.
Yeah.
Their business is struggling. And, this is an example of like, I hate to say it because she's an Indian CEO. I'm trying to stand for the brown people, but she's not cutting it.
Are you talking about Nancy, or are you talking about the
Gap CEO?
The Gap CEO. Got it.
And I just like, you got to make a move. You can't just let your stock just get cut in half. I know. Yeah. I understand like tech stocks getting cut in half because they're coming off like these all-time highs. They were at all-time low, and now they're worse.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're like all the other companies that were worth $1 trillion and now you're worth 500 billion, like whatever,
Yeah.
it's irrelevant. But this is like, dude, what are you doing over there?
It blows my mind. It also blows my mind because, we've had like these conversations for over a decade now. And like, we've seen a lot of people do that, like just sit and wait, like thinking, I don't know if like you think it's going to come back. Like, you think there's going to be a surge in interest for Old Navy again, organically?
It's old.
It's literally old.
It's
and
old
it's the
Navy.
Yeah.
Why would anyone want a Navy that's old?
They should just rebrand New Navy and try that out.
Yes. I can't, the name itself, like.
Yeah. It's a terrible name. Yeah.
Call it Navy. Even old Navy?
Yeah.
It's
you're right.
old. Nobody likes old.
That's fair. And how about Banana
Only thing
Republic?
people want old is their wine.
Yeah, that's totally fair. Banana Republic, I mean,
it's a Banana Republic. Do you know what that means literally? It's
that's
fucking
what's funny.
chaos.
That's what always blows my mind. It's just a failed state.
Yes.
Is what it's what you're named after.
So they have Old Navy.
Yeah.
A Banana Republic.
Yeah.
This is literally fucking chaos.
Well, I mean, there you go. I mean,
and the Gap is just a big hole. There's just a big hole. They've named their companies to fail.
That's funny. You could do a really good. You could do a really good TikTok edit of that with some animation. Holy cow!
Old Navy, Gap, big hole, Banana Republic, chaos. They should just rename the whole company Yeezy tomorrow.
Yeah, they should. They really should.
Old Yeezy.
Yeezy.
Like old Yeezy is like his old styles.
And Yeezy Republic.
Yeezy Republic is just like the samples because it's just chaos. Yeah. And then Gap is Yeezy, the regular shit.
You could double your market cap tomorrow. Yeah. Just announce you're doing that.
Yes.
All right. Well, listen, I mean, maybe like, is this woman saying, is Nancy saying that she's out or?
Yeah,
or,
she's out.
Okay.
She's like, it's old. It's Navy.
What am I going to do?
People don't even wear Navy. That's like not a popular color.
Oh, you're thinking about my brain went to like, the Navy. You're telling me it's just old and the color navy?
Yes.
Where did the
I think if it was the Navy, it would have we'd have a little more pride around it. It's literally like the color navy.
Like so it's just like old green.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we'll see what happens. They do have Kanye over at Gap. Maybe there's something to be done here, but I feel like when you have these things that are this big and this like stuck in their old ways, their old Navy ways, I think it tends to just kind of ride.
I got Steeve'd on this one.
Yeah, you did. You got Steeve'd. So are you out? Did you close out your position or?
No, I'm going down with the ship.
Okay. With the old Navy? Yeah, there you go.
I'm going to fall into the Gap.
You're gonna be a part of a Banana Republic here pretty soon. Okay, here's another one. When it comes to trying things, so we agree, like things are always changing, and even if things are going well, you just have to try things and experiment. Lululemon is trying things and experimenting. They have a new thing here where you can trade your used Lululemon for store credit. So you can take in, which is a weird genre to trade in your used, like I think underwear is kind of off limits. And then I would say next to that probably would be stuff that people are working out and sweating in all day, but they don't see that as a problem. You can bring it on in and they'll give you store credit in exchange. So, I mean, great way to get people coming back for the new stuff.
Really stupid.
Stupid, huh?
Stupid.
Why stupid?
I'll tell you why. They're giving you $5 for tank tops, t-shirts, short sleeve knits, long sleeve shirts, shorts, and skirts. $5. Hoodies, they're charging you.
Rich. Lululemon buyers are rich. They're like, I'm doing a good deed.
Hoodies, sweatshirts, sweaters, pants, crops, leggings, dresses, and bags, $10. Coats and jackets, $25. First of all, I run in the same Grand Running Club 3 t-shirts every week. So I've probably ran in them, each of them, 50 to 100 times.
Yep.
Okay. I'm then going to sell that for $5.
Yep.
I mean, I don't even know what the process is, but it's like, whatever it is, it's not worth $5.
But don't you think that could maybe put you over the edge of like, if you have 2 choices, just keep running in your shitty old shirts until they fall apart, or head on over to Lulu this weekend and finally get some new ones because it's springtime, you're feeling good, and hey, I'm going to save $15.
So then I went and looked and to see how much they're charging for this stuff.
Okay.
So this is the shirt that, maybe I've worn 50 times. They send it to a company called Trove that washes them and gets them ready for resale.
Okay.
So for example, they have a very famous pant called the ABC Classic Fit pant.
Yeah.
That they bought for $10. That God knows what that guy did in those pants.
Yeah.
Soiled the
Not
shit
pretty.
out of them in so many different ways.
Literally ran a marathon, shit his pants,
jerked off, all of
peed, work from home, jerk off.
Yeah. I mean, this is during pandemic too. These are used pandemic pants.
It could be anything. Anything could have happened in those.
Yes.
Yep.
All the food he dropped on it.
Yeah. He could have had COVID in them.
Yes. $75.
Never taken them off.
You could buy a used
You're
pair of ABC Classic Fit pants for $75. Who in their right mind is paying $75 for that pant?
What do they
If
retail
any of our
for?
listeners are paying $75 for a used ABC Classic Fit pant, please stop listening. You're an idiot.
What are they? What's new price?
$125. If it was $25, I'd get it. I would pay $25
Even that seems rough.
for a sweated out.
But how bad do you want? I mean, $25.
I mean, I smelled one of my GRC shirts the other day after washed clean.
Yeah.
It doesn't smell good.
No, it doesn't. And there's something that happens in there that you can't wash out.
No, it's just it smells like your sweat for the rest of your life.
That's
So
brutal.
even if Trove is scenting it and doing all that, and I get there's a lot of labor and costs associated with it, but to charge $75 for a used pair of pants,
I wonder if they're selling them.
there's no way. Maybe
wonder.
Canadians. I feel like Canadians would do it.
Why Canadians?
They're a Canadian company. I don't know. That's probably the Canadian culture.
Reuse.
Wear
Maybe
your
it's a
fellow man's
sustainability
pants.
thing. Yeah. Wear his shitty running pants.
Walk a mile in your fellow shitty Canadian.
Your shitty COVID pants. I would want a little sheet on my tag that tells me exactly what happened in those pants. Someone ran a marathon and shit their pants, and I'm paying $75 for that fucking diaper pants. No chance. Okay, well,
Honestly,
hey, look,
at
if
least-
it works,
Honestly, at least if they wrote that description, I bet you people would buy it more.
like man ran LA Marathon,
Shit his pants,
shit-
but he ran a
shit
6-minute
twice,
mile.
peed once,
Ran a
6-minute
yes.
mile,
6-minute mile, vomited on them.
dehydrated.
I'd be
But
like,
man,
yeah,
these are champion
these
pants.
are a great pair of shorts.
Yeah.
I
mean,
don't believe this is going to work.
If it does, I just got to say, if it does on any level, Lululemon is such an incredibly powerful brand. Because I mean, this
I think
better.
people would do that right now for Aloe, not Lululemon.
You think Aloe has that pull?
I think Aloe has the pull.
What would you guess? Because they're nice stuff. What would you guess cost for Lulu is on the ABC pant, if you had to guess?
$128 pant. I'm calling $18.
So $18, retail for $125. Sell again, shitty, for
Yeah.
$75. So you squeeze $200 out of that $18, and add a little seasoning.
Scent.
Yeah.
Little Salt Bay.
That's brand. That's brand power, man. If you can
is
literally
brand power.
shit on something and sell it for a whatever percent, that's a big ass margin, even at $75.
So I believe this can work for Nike sneakers. I do not believe this can work for Lululemon pants. If Nike came out with it, Because it's most people wear shoes with their socks on. You redo the insole. You can freshen it. There's clear cleaning methods. Outside, we know can be clean now, as long as it's not ripped or torn. Like I'm pretty sure people are buying used sneakers all day, like luxury used sneakers. Day. So to me, Nike is the easiest person to do this. But workout clothes, oh come on! I'd even buy a used suit. I'd buy a used tux.
Sure. All day. I'd say probably underwear and workout stuff.
Those are the two things I would never buy. Yeah, I'd buy a used pair of jeans. I almost feel comfortable with any category but what Lululemon makes.
Yeah, that's tough. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we'll probably never talk about this again, but I would love to see the Trove data. Because I would love to be wrong and to be like, holy shit, the power of a strong brand. Look at that. It just seems like a tough sell.
Yeah, I agree.
What about the old ball trimmer here, Manscaped? 300 million. Well, 297.2 million. An increase of 41.1% in 2021.
Crazy.
What do you think?
The problem is this data went viral because they showed a net loss in 2021 of $315 million. And the reason being is $300 million was based on non-cash share-based compensation cost, like stock cost. And so the internet went nuts saying, what a terrible business, what a terrible business. The reality was they had an adjusted EBITDA of 5.2 million. Adjusted is, a questionable metric. It's adjusted to whatever the fuck you want it to be. So I don't know exactly how it all played out.
Adjusting was done. Yeah.
Yeah. Just be like, you know what? Let's take the 300 million, put it over here and adjust it to be profitable.
And 5.2. But it wasn't 315.
No, it was not 315. And everyone was like, what a terrible business is this? And so on and so forth. I think the most interesting kind of data was that the size of the business, it's big.
Yeah, it is.
$300 million of like ball stuff.
For trimming balls. Because they do not, I mean, it's straight on. All the marketing is trim your balls.
So there's a big market of that.
Lots of balls.
Well, if you look at it from that standpoint, there's the TAM is huge.
Yeah. I mean,
the addressable ball market,
3 billion balls, 4 billion balls. How many balls are there in the world? Or sacks, let's say.
Sacks. Yeah. You can't go by balls.
There's 3 billion
Some
balls.
people only have one ball.
That's true. All we need is a sack and you can mow it.
Yeah.
3 billion sacks. That's our TAM.
Sacks off Fifth.
Sacks. That's what they should open.
They should buy Saks Fifth Avenue
and literally make it SACKS Fifth Avenue. Okay.
So they have AOV of $45. That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
They the other interesting part of their business was that 35% of their business is advertising. In 2020, it was 39%. So that seems like probably right for most D2C businesses, like a third of
You're saying a third of their revenue is a third of their marketing, a third of their total spend is advertising.
Yeah.
Got it.
That seems right.
That's right.
I don't know. I feel like most D2C brands are like that.
I mean, I would expect it to be more, to be honest. They're like UFC sponsors. They're sponsors of every podcast with a sack on it. They're everywhere. I would expect, I mean, if you're spending, I wonder what their total spend. The problem is you don't know, right? I'm trying to
a third.
This, but I'm saying you don't know what their total, you don't know what their actual loss, we don't really know. Like, we don't know what a third is, right? You'd have to guess.
It's probably $100 million.
Total?
of their spend. Their spend is probably $100 million a year.
Yeah. So 30 million on advertising at 300 million. I mean, that seems pretty.
No, I think they spent $100 million on advertising.
Oh.
Yeah, which is a lot.
That's a lot. But I mean, when did they found it? 2016. I mean, I don't know. They seem to have found something. I it'd be interesting. Who knows what the adjusted number is, like you said, but 300 million trim and sacks, and they were made in 2000, or they started in 2016. It's pretty nuts.
Yeah.
No pun intended.
It's a banana republic.
It's a banana republic. How about, let's talk about Ivy League schools. When I was growing up, or when I was young, in my entrepreneurship journey, like probably from 18 to, I'll say probably 25, I was jealous. I was always jealous, like, of people who went to Ivy League schools. I thought, like, if I went that path, maybe if I would have put down that damn skateboard and just focused all my energy on Harvard, I could have done it, and then I would be legit. Obviously, I don't feel that way anymore, but it's actually good, because it turns out I would have had no shot, especially today. So I probably would have had no shot then, but in today's day and age, I would have had zero shot, because there's this story here of this young lady who, I mean, blows me out of the water of anything I even could have accomplished, skateboard or not, and can't get in. Is there just too many geniuses? Is there too many people working hard?
Well, let's talk about young Kaitlyn over here. She scored 1550 on her SATs as a junior at a high school, McKinney High School near Dallas. Graduate this spring with an unweighted GPA of 3.95. Founder of the school's accounting club. Jesus Christ.
I mean, are you kidding?
Performed
the founder. She's not the president. She's the founder. She's like, you know what we need here?
An accounting
we
club.
need an accounting club.
She performed in and directed 30 plays, sang in the school choir.
Are you kidding
taken
me?
11 AP classes, helped run a summer camp, and held down a part-time job.
I mean, if this
she got in nowhere.
That is
she didn't get
wild.
into Stanford, Harvard, Yale, Brown, Cornell, UPenn, USC, Berkeley, and Northwestern.
Not even USC wouldn't take her?
Nah, we're the elite, bro.
Oh my
We're
God.
the best of the best.
So if she doesn't have a shot, who is getting in?
So Harvard received a record 61,000 applications, accepted 1,900. Brown, no offense to Brown, but who the fuck wants to go to Brown? Got 50,000 applications, 2,500 were expected. Yale received, Brown got more applications than Yale, 50,000. UCLA got 150,000 applications. They don't know how many people are accepted. And even University of Pennsylvania, 55,000 students.
Was this one of our most wrong forecasts?
This is. I wish Anand was here, because he keeps thinking that the smartest kids don't want to go to college. No, everyone wants to go to colleges, and they want to go to the best colleges.
I mean, yeah, I was even more on Anand's side on this one than you, and it's like, couldn't be more wrong if that's the case. And you're telling me that there's just random genius. Where's this young lady from?
Dallas.
So you're telling me just walking around Dallas, just doing the best she can, is a fucking workaholic genius that can't get a shot because there's so many applicants?
Yeah. I mean, I think people don't realize that, like, the last month I've spent a lot of time with Ivy League graduates in different instances, just in conversations.
So you've been partying a lot then, is what you're saying?
Yeah. No. And it's, and I know, people will easily say, oh, they're not the most successful. They're not this, they're not that. But when the richest man in the world, where did Elon Musk go to school? Stanford?
I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I think
One
so.
of those schools. UPenn, Stanford. Every
think
time
Stanford.
I'm in these like brilliant conversations with people, I'll go look them up on LinkedIn and just see where they went to school. And 9 out of 10 times, it is an Ivy League school. It is clearly noticeable the intelligence level of an Ivy League person. That is why I continue to keep the Harvard flag here.
Yeah.
You know, make sure
True.
people know.
Yeah, you didn't give up on that thing.
No, I mean, I'm not taking it down. I know where we're at as a country. People still
Yeah, I
want to go to
might,
Harvard.
I might hop on Amazon and grab that Harvard hoodie.
Here's an
Just
interesting thing.
wild.
Nearly half of white students admitted to Harvard between 2009 and 2014 were recruited athletes, legacy students, children of faculty and staff, or on the dean's interest list, applicants whose parents or relatives have donated to Harvard.
So that's why this young lady has no shot.
Yeah, the problem is like getting into Harvard is a lifelong kind of prophecy, right? Like you basically at like 5 years old need to make sure your parents put you on the fast track to get into Harvard, because it's not just your grades. It's not just finding the accounting club. It's also about 15 other things.
I feel like, I don't know. I feel like maybe Gary Vee should start at college with a school pickleball team. Like what this tells me is there's an opportunity to educate these people.
Yeah.
Because there are geniuses that work their asses off that are just dying to get an education.
I think the challenge is there hasn't been a new institution that has given the validation that an Ivy League school gives you. That's the problem. Is that at the end of the day, you graduate. I was speaking to someone about a graduating class from Stanford that started Bolt, Brex, this company Cerebra, a fund called Human Capital. Like, this is one class. They're 27 years old. I think they're all billionaires.
Yeah. That's what
They're
Harvard,
27.
you said?
Stanford.
Oh.
Stanford computer science class. And if you look at like, to me, in today's day and age, being technology being the most important thing, Stanford is the best school on earth as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
I think Harvard has like a cachet to it because of like nostalgic reasons, but Stanford is, to me, like the kids that go to Stanford are just, they're like building the new economy.
Yeah.
And I just look at like these kids. Here's the thing. These kids who went to Stanford didn't have to go, because most of these kids I'm talking about who started these businesses all dropped out. They all dropped out. But going to Stanford got them that fundraising round, got them that introduction, got them the... It's like you got to get into like Delilah to meet the girl that's going to change your life.
Yeah.
If you're not in the right club, you have no shot.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. And I guess that's still really more true than ever. That's, I think, the thing. Like, I think it's not only like exactly what you're saying. It's not only the education, but even if you started a school that was equally as good, you're not in that club, which is a problem. Like, it's really hard to create a new one of those clubs.
And it's interesting is I'm really curious, and I'm okay if the whole thing gets disrupted, but with my kids going to school soon, like they're in preschool, they're going to go to elementary school. I think about this a lot, and I try to explain to my wife, like, I don't think this club is getting disrupted anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'd be curious Anand's fight back on that, because that's something Look, I think you can get educated on things in other places with the internet.
100%. You could be smarter than all these kids. I don't believe they're the smartest kids on earth. No.
You can't meet your first investor.
No, you can't. Yeah, you go to Stanford, you blindly get everything you ever wanted.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. I don't know how you replace that. Okay, well, shit. I'm glad I never knew, because working that hard, and I can't imagine being that smart and working that hard and being,
Like,
left.
where's she going to school?
I
Fucking
don't know.
Texas Tech?
Yeah, yeah.
UT?
Probably.
You're going to
Probably
go to a
she's gonna
football game?
smoke
She doesn't want to
everyone.
go to a football game. She has to go to
No.
watch Hook 'em Horns and watch
Yeah.
these stupid ass football games.
Yeah.
I feel bad for her
I do
because she's
too.
obviously brilliant.
I hope
And she has to go to a dumbass football game at UT.
Yeah, I hope she just goes to those dumbass football games and starts something on her own and figures it out. Beat the odds, Kaitlyn. We're rooting for you.
Did you ever watch Hoop Dreams?
I don't think so.
So it was a documentary that probably came out 20 years ago, and it followed, I think, literally for like 10 years, maybe 7, 8 years, these young men, like 12, and they were like the best basketball players in the country, and following their careers to see if they make it to the NBA.
Yeah.
And it was like a big documentary like a long time ago,
Yeah.
and none of them ever made it.
Not one.
Well, I think one of them got into a college scholarship.
Yeah.
But not to the NBA for sure. And just seeing how much their family, everyone sacrificed, and the kids and what they went through and all that stuff. I am now, like, if I was a filmmaker, I would follow this woman around.
Yeah. I mean, look, find 12 of them.
Yeah.
They're in. I mean, if hundreds and 50,000 to this school and 50,000 to that school are all submitting, there's probably so many little geniuses in there that are going to get denied. You could pick the 1,000 best and film a documentary about them for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
That's a great idea, actually. You should put that under your production company. You had another idea you were working on?
Yeah, what was it?
The gay bachelor party.
Bachelor party.
Yeah. If you did gay bachelor party and followed it up with fucking SAT dreams.
I might win an Oscar.
You might. They'd be like, this guy is diverse.
Yeah. I'm the new A24.
Yeah. Yeah. A little bit of everything.
All right. We're going to take a quick break and remind you, on Sundays, we drink Siento Tequila. Apparently, everyone in the studio went to the big Siento party at Thunderbird and had a dandy old time. But old grandpa here did not make it out. They also did see Pete. Pete, for whatever reason, has not updated the copy of this ad. The discount remains to be group chat 20 at losientotequila.com. And you get 25% off. We're the only ad in the world that says group chat 20, but you get 25% off. Siento Tequila, I'm sorry, we can't add. That's looks like to be the big theme of the brand. Not gonna lie, it is the best reposado I have ever had. My friend DJ5 was DJing at the Victorian out in Santa Monica this weekend. It was like, man, what was that aftertaste? I'm like, you know what that aftertaste? Fucking good. That's what the aftertaste is. But it's all over LA. It's in all my favorite restaurants, aka Nice Guy and Delilah, the only 2 restaurants I go to. And it's crushing. It's incredible. Go check it out. losientotequila.com. Use the code GroupChat20 and you get 25% off because they can't add over there. GroupChat20. Let's get back to the episode.
Well, there you go. We got your first 2 projects.
Yes.
And we got a great episode. I'm going to go order some pickleball paddles because I don't want to be left out. I mean, I got to
Yeah.
I feel like we should try. I really feel like we should go with some cameras and find someone
Let's
to
do
paddle
this.
against.
I will put up $1,000 if anyone can beat John and I in pickleball.
I mean, we should practice a little first. You said anyone? We have fans or listeners who are probably like, let's do it, bro. They've been pickling for the last 3 years straight.
in their used Lululemon pants.
Yeah. They're coming with their $75 shit pants on, and they're going to smoke us.
If you're wearing used Lululemon pants, you're not eligible to participate again.
D will pay $1,000 to whoever beats us paid in used Lululemon pants. So that's however many you
Dude,
get.
I have full confidence we'll win.
Okay, I do too, but I'd be down to give it a try. All right, that's all we got. Everyone have a great start to your week, and we will see you on Tuesday.